Did you show up this week or were you present? Sometimes we mistake being present as being productive. Hey everybody, it's Latanya McElroy, author of Workforce Champion, Breaking Through. Here again today. I had to get on. It's about 9:50 Central Time. I won't be very long, but I am asking a favor. Will you listen until the end of this video with me today? My question for you is, did you show up this week? And when I say show up, I mean that in a few different ways. Number one, I want to ask you, did you show up fully as yourself this week? You know what I learned a long time ago? I had this experience. I would get to work, and it really wasn't that long ago, but I would come to work, and when I got to work, I would somehow leave pieces of myself at home, or that's my son AJ's food. Look in there, there's food. Neck bones is what I cook. See, I'm showing up fully as myself for you guys because I'm just telling. That's what's in there. Go get it. So, showing up fully as yourself is just being you. You know, a lot of times we don't allow ourselves to be our authentic selves because we feel like for some reason or another, someone won't embrace you or they won't accept you for who you are. And the truth is, the right people will accept you for who you are. The truth is, the right people are waiting for you to show up. They want that. I encourage you, because in this day of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging initiatives and whole entire divisions and departments dedicated to it, this is more than any other time, a time when you need to know that it's okay to show up. And whatever difference you have makes us stronger. Whatever difference in viewpoint or in ideas and even your culture. Like I just told you guys, I made turkey necks tonight. That's who I am. I mean, I grew up on them. And if you're in the South and you like Southern food, that's probably one of the staples when you think of Southern comfort food. And that's a part of who I am. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm showing up for you. And I want you to know it's okay for you to show up. Now, my second question is, did you show up this week? Were you present? You know, a lot of people think that because they're sitting in the seat or in the role for 8 or 12 hours of the day, they're there in the building, that they're showing up. And I want to remind us that sometimes we mistake being present as being productive. We also may mistake being busy as being productive. And why do I say that? Do you recall times where you look back on the week and you're like, you were busy, but you didn't accomplish the core things? Or maybe you look back on the year and you reviewed your job description or your goals and you realize you went wild on the stuff that you really liked and the things that were easy for you to do. And then those more intimidating or more time or labor intensive things, or even those things that would have challenged us to grow and to move outside of our comfort zones, those were the things we may have spent less time doing or even avoided. And so I'm asking you this week, when you think back over the week, were you present or did you show up? Were you busy or were you productive? And finally, I want to ask you this. Another way we can show up is for others. And so I want to ask you, can you think of a time this week that you showed up for somebody, that you maybe gave them a few minutes of time to share what was on their heart? Maybe you showed a little bit of care or concern by asking them how their day was or how their family member was doing. You know, we make these statements like, you know, leave all your problems at the door, and when you get to work, it's about work. And reality is, in some cases, it's necessary for us to focus because we risk being unproductive, we risk having safety issues, and we risk not being able to respond and react when we need to in emergency situations because of distractions. But the reality is, people need to know it's okay to say, you know what, I just want you to know this is the anniversary of my best friend passing, or I'm struggling with something right today, and I just want you to know I'm working through it, but I want you to be aware of that, and our opportunity to not be transactional, but to have some empathy and actually have some understanding. It may be a 30-second or 1-minute conversation, and that person may go on to do their work, but because you took time to show up for them, it made a difference. That may have made the difference between that person going home that night and not coming back, or not getting through. And we may need to show up in terms of mentorship. Whatever that means, did you do that this week? Did you have an opportunity to do that this week and maybe miss that? I want you to share in the comments if there's anything I said that resonated with you, that you can identify with, or it brings up a memory, or you want to share a story. Please share that in the comments. I know a lot of people send me an inbox, and that is fine too, but maybe somebody else needs to hear about your experience, or a few comments or things that you might want to share personally. Now, remember, you can find me on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook under Workforce Champion Breaking Through. And of course, the podcast is Why Not You Breaking Through. I loved this time that we spent together, and talk to you soon.